Get out my business. Nani? Okay.
But what's wrong with the statement of ending violence against women? Like, there's nothing. That's not.
I'm listen. You know what? You know why? Because we're in a different world, Heero. Men and women are equal. I'm tired of using these.
No, Eric.
These
men
labels.
and women are equal to you. They're equal to you, but they're not equal in our society.
Yes, they are.
No, they're
Let's
not.
not go down there.
Eric,
we're not gonna go off.
Eric,
hey, listen, Heero. I'm disappointed that you're not a bigger feminist than this.
I am a huge feminist in this, in the sense that I'm such a feminist. I'm such a feminist, and I'm willing to acknowledge the fact that I will never fear a day in my life of a woman coming up behind me, knocking me over my head, and raping me while I'm unconscious behind a dumpster. I'm that confident. That's not a fear that you have, bro. That's literally not a fear you have. The definition of a rapist is literally a white male.
Okay, I'm not going down that road because I don't agree with that either. I don't agree with that, and I understand why you say that, and you have statistics to support that, but I'm not gonna agree.
So then explain. Okay, Keisha actually wants you to explain yourself. My bad. Let me stop talking. I'm sorry.
Here's the deal. What I'm saying is I'm tired of us using labels. Listen, gender is a social construct. This is what we've been told, right? Gender is a social construct. You're not a woman. You're a person. You're a human. You don't get any special privileges, just like I don't. I don't get privileges because guy. Nor should you get special privileges because woman. You're a human. Every human being is entitled to certain things. When you start separating things and grouping it off and putting this person in this bucket and putting this person in this bucket, you're never going to get the intended result that you want. Once society as a whole starts treating human beings the same, we'll have diminished issues. The problem is we're not focusing, in my opinion, on the totality of the humanity that we all share. We're focusing on certain specific accesses. Oh no, Michelle, I'm gonna hide your comment because I don't like it. So I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Don't.
Why are you hiding her message?
Huh?
Why are you hiding her message?
Oh, don't. Nah, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. You can do that when it's just Heero. Don't come over here when I'm on here with that. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm smacking that junk down every time.
What did she say?
I'm not.
No, hold on. What did she say? Hold on. Now I'm curious.
She said, no, you can, if you want to read it, go ahead and read it, but we don't do that over here. We do that. We can do that on Heero solo videos. We can do that.
Now I'm curious. We have two moderators in the group. Somebody tell me what she said.
Okay, so she said men do have privilege. Now miss me with that. Everybody has a privilege to someone.
That's why you downvoted her stuff?
Solo videos. We can do that. Yeah,
I'm curious.
Don't come in here with that.
We have two moderators.
Don't come in here
Somebody
with that.
tell me what she
Number
said.
One, number two. That is not. That's that whole privilege crap. You didn't come up with that. You didn't get that. Tell me who you got that from. You didn't know anything about that until somebody that don't look like you told you that, and you just like, yeah, what they said.
Hold on. Now don't be out here downvoting people. Let me see.
Downvoted. I just blocked that. I don't know why. I don't know. Oh, you know why? You know. YouTube actually flagged it. You know why? Because it's weird that it got blocked. Why did it not want that one? Men do have privilege, is what she said. And then it says, okay, well, since we on it, we're gonna talk about privilege, Keisha, since you got it, and I'm still, hopefully you responded to my comment on the other video. But the whole thing about privilege is everybody has a privilege. Everybody has a privilege. There's some advantageous situations that you will be in, and there's some disadvantaged situations that you'll be in, regardless of what's between your legs. It's regardless of what's between your legs. There's things that you as a woman are able to do that I'm not, and I'm okay with that. And there's things that I'm as a guy am able to do that you can't, and you need to be okay with that. You know what's funny? Do you ever hear men talking about, a woman's privileges. No, you don't hear men talking about that. You know why? Because okay, here we go. Since you want to go there, we're gonna go there. I like how she cleaned it up. I like how you cleaned it up because you had time to think about cleaning up what you said. If you weren't here live talking to me like that, what you meant would have come across exactly what you typed in that chat box. So I'm gonna yes, my tone of voice very, very much changed because I hate this crap. And you know why? I will not allow black women to do that. You know why? Because
Eric, you're not gonna allow nothing. Like you're talking like an oppressor. Like you don't have that.
Yes,
you don't oppress. You can't talk in the sense of oppressing it. You can't talk in that sense.
If you will be quiet and let me oppress you some so that I can get my thought out.
But it's not. You can't oppress me. You can't oppress me.
I can't oppress you.
No, you can't, because I literally have the mute button. Like you can't oppress me. But all I'm saying is, if you're going to talk to them in that sense, you have to at least talk to them as if you would talk to someone like you would at work.
You didn't even let me finish my thought.
Bro, you started it off.
But that's what I'm
started it off with fire. You started it off with fire.
But be quiet and let me finish my thought.
All right, let's hear you.
Okay, so what I'm saying is what I don't like with that black women that I see sometimes, not all.
Okay, thank you.
Not all.
Sheesh.
Not all. Balance. Not all.
Thank you.
What I don't like is when I see black women, not all, use things like privilege, unconscious bias. I said, stop using those talking points. Those are not your talking points. Tell me when ever in life a black man oppressed a black woman historically. We were getting the dog sick. No, we were getting the dog sicked on us. The water hoses shot at us. The police arresting us, beating us all the same. All the same. We were always together until second wave feminism and women's liberation. And then it was a white woman's problem. All of a sudden became a black woman's problem. Why? We should never use those. We should never, ever, ever let that thing be what is driving our ideology. Okay, hold on. But Keisha, do you okay, so like I'm gonna allow that. Do you allow that comment? Thank you. I like that you brought that up. First of all, you're gonna have to give an explanation as to why they were oppressed. Second of all, what was their political ideology? That particular section of black people, what was their political ideology and where did they get it from? We got time. We live, so I got time to wait for a response. But the audience doesn't. So I'm gonna just tell you, the Black Panthers were communists. They were in Watts passing out Mao Zedong's Red Book. Huh? Communism.
Okay, so are you saying communism is bad?
Do I have to?
I mean, shoot, it's definitely. It seems like you're judging the people who enacted communism versus what communism stands for and what it's been able to do. Because communism, in the sense of social health care, is a wonderful thing.
That is socialized medicine is just that, socialized medicine,
and it's also a form of communism. So, like, I'm just saying, communism isn't all bad.
I'm not gonna go. We already down the rabbit hole, so I might as well just keep on going.
All I'm saying is, you as a man, Eric, just like I wouldn't allow a white man to tell me as a black man that I'm not oppressed, you as a black man can't tell a black woman she's being oppressed. You can't do that. You're not allowed. It's just.
I am allowed.
You are allowed, but you would be wrong. You're allowed, but you would be wrong. That's
no, I
all
would
I'm
be
saying.
100% correct.
Okay,
no, you think I'm wrong, but you're actually wrong.
Okay, I mean, once again, as a white person could never walk up to me and tell me that the racism that I've experienced.
Why can't they? Why can't they? Give me a valid explanation that has nothing to do with race.
It's literally called cognitive dissonance, bro. It's literally called your privilege doesn't allow you to.
Okay, don't use these woke terms, bro. Stay on point.
Okay, now I can't use a term that is properly designed to describe a situation.
Woke. Privilege.
Privilege is not a term I can use now. Now a black man's telling me I can't talk about privilege.
Yeah,
like
I'm exactly telling
Eric,
you can't talk about
like
privilege.
what it is. Let's be honest here. What it is that you're upset that these certain circumstances are being used to portray women and give them an opportunity to speak on something that you don't feel comfortable with. Say that.
Oh, no, I'm completely comfortable.
No, you're not comfortable. Eric, you're not comfortable.
Okay,
with
so
it.
now you're telling me what I am and am not.
Eric, I'm just telling you, and this is based on something that we saw in the last 5 minutes. Within the last 5 minutes, you berated one of our viewers because of something they said to us, even though men on our podcast, we have said hundreds of worse things to us. Times 10. And we've never given them that type of energy. The fact, let's just be clear. It makes you uncomfortable to speak on these terms. We can be open about that. I'm uncomfortable when people talk about sexual assault because that's something I experienced. But it doesn't mean that every woman that says that someone sexually assaulted them, I immediately disown them. Let's just be frank about that. It's a triggering thing for you. And if it's not, then you have to explain where this energy comes from.
Honestly, bro, like I like the word you use, triggered. You know why? Again, I go back to this point, man. I do not like when black people take on fights that do not belong to them. You don't do it. You don't use terms. You don't use ideologies that did not originate with you. You don't have to. This is the issue. And I will touch on a comment that was stated by Keisha about the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers oppressed women and didn't give them a voice. Again, it goes back to the ideology that the men had. It goes back to their ideology. They said that women couldn't hold positions of power. Now that looks like a lot like what the white counterparts were experiencing. I can concede that point. Absolutely. What I don't like though, today, we don't have that issue. We don't see it. Where is it? That's all I'm asking. Where is that? Where is it at?
Ultimately, and I mean, what this whole cocktail kind of consists of is the idea that this woman in this story, Sarah, was murdered by an oppressive power. She was murdered by an oppressive power that is still trying to enforce and enact a sense of control over a group of people who are mourning her inability to defend herself. The fact is, all our major wars and all our major crimes are convicted by men. So like for us to be able to see as two men sitting here with family members who are women, mothers, cousins, wives, girlfriends, having that 70% of our viewership is women, we have to be able to acknowledge the things that they go through.
Why? Why?
Well, I mean, and not, maybe I say acknowledge. Acknowledge is probably the wrong word, but we should be able to identify what they're going through.
Why?
We should be able because we are intellectual men who have the ability of compassion, empathy.
You haven't used the right a word I'm looking for you to use.
Then you say the word because that's what I
because we're human beings. This is what I'm talking about. You cannot put a person in a box. You can't put a group of people in a box. And honestly, this is my honest feelings. And yes, this is a triggering conversation that's leading to something a little bit different. Still on topic, I feel. But black folks have a huge issue. We've always been divided. We always have been divided. And the funny thing is, we've allowed some people to give us an ideology that does not benefit us. We already know we got. I'm protecting my people at all costs. Women are equal. Why do they need protecting?
Eric, you say that in jest. You say that obviously knowing that is not true. That is a false premise. That's a false premise.
Hold on. No, this is society. Society has told me that women are equal.
Okay, but
society
what do you know,
is
Eric? They also at one point society said black people are 3/5 of a slave, and we know that's 3/5 of a man. We know that's not true. Like, bump what society says. When have we ever used society to gauge our understanding of what is morally correct? All I'm asking you to do is take it with that same level of intellect that you would take any other topic. You know that's not the situation here, and you can't say that we protect black women while you're not willing to acknowledge their trials and tribulations.
I don't. You know why? Because they're equal.
But
that's why.
Eric, that would be true in a utopia. That would be true in a utopia. If we're aspiring to get to that utopia, we have to face some facts. Face some facts.
Okay. I can completely agree with that. But I think the way I'm saying it is not being received the right way. Society, I'm gonna say it again. Society says that women are equal. I'm not stupid. I probably sound very stupid to most of y'all watching right now, but I'm not. Heero said it. I am saying it in jest, absolutely, because I know it's not true. So the problem is we can't pick and choose when women, okay, Nafi says we're not equal, but we can't pick and choose when women are equal, and then we can't pick and choose when it's time for them to have equality and when it's time to come to their rescue. Like those two things from my perspective can't live in the same vacuum. Yeah, and I hope it sounds it sounds condescending. I hope it does, Keisha. I really hope it does, because this is what I hear all the time. And I'm glad I got to disappoint you for a second time today. That was my goal. So okay, Nafi asked a good question. Rescue or protection? If you're mine, you get both. If you for the streets, then we'll let the streets decide.
Hey, yeah. Shout out to Shonda Scoochie. I appreciate it. Too often than not, like I said, and my point still stands. I don't care what society says. I have a moral mind and a moral heart to make my own decisions. What do you feel?
I think you were missing the point. So what I feel is, if you're mine, you're mine. I got
so you only care about protecting people you love. Is that it?
100%.
Okay. Well, and therein lies the difference. I care about protecting people I don't know. I care about protecting people I do know. The same way I knock a motherfucker out for disrespecting Nafi, same way I knock a motherfucker out for disrespecting a woman on the street. It's the punch is the same. So like, if that's how you feel, then just say that. But like this cognitive dissonance, like they're pushing that stuff to the side or saying because you know this and that, I don't think that's a fair assessment. And I think honestly, I don't think that's a fair assessment of it. Of the situation.
Okay, and I'm fine with you not thinking it's a fair assessment, because right. I mean, it is what it is. Like, no, absolutely. I say it, and I don't really give a rip who thinks highly of me, and yeah.
But I feel like for sure with everything that's been going on, and definitely with this story, these are the level of debates that we need to have around these conversations, because it needs to be known, needs to be brought out to light. But I mean, this was our story. This was our perspective on it. Oh, I didn't know you wanted.
Yeah, I'm about to say something. No. All right, first of all, this is for Michelle. I apologize. Heero will send you this video. I apologize. That was rude. This is extremely rude.
For the worst causes and the best causes, Eric, where can they find us?
Right here on YouTube. Right here on YouTube. Hopefully down in that comment section after they click that like button and hit the subscribe button. I mean, don't know how many people gonna like this one. So but again, I'm okay with this. And
if you can, yeah.
And after that, make sure you go ahead and hit that GoFundMe link, Heero. Make sure that we get that good GoFundMe that takes them directly to that Endurance 24 page. Shout out to Aaron Altenberg and Mr. Russo for doing this thing right now. We got this thing going until May 7th. We got about $3,000 that we've already raised. Shout out to TF North, and we're looking to raise about $7,000 more. So man, y'all go ahead and click that link, go down there, and then also hit the link to the Amazon. Make sure you go in there and spend some money, steal from Jeff Bezos, deposit it with us, and we'll make sure that gets to the high schoolers at TF North as well. And click that link tree, takes you to all our places. We're like Visa, we're everywhere you need to be. So.
No, definitely. The run sign up link is up in there too. So if you want to run the 24 miles with us, you're welcome to come. You can come get it with us. Oh yeah, baby, it's time. But for what it's worth, Eric, man, I love you. This has been our little segment on this, and we gonna push on forward.
And I'm sleep deprived, shorty on my line, and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night, don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end decide, slow it down and we can catch the vibe. But it's so hard to find through the daily grind, been working overtime. And I'm sleep deprived, shorty on my line, and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night, don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end decide, slow it down and we can catch the vibes.